Hey guys, we're talking about DBANJ, this whole DBANJ situation, the DBANJ and SEYITAN situation. That's what we're talking about tonight. Why do I look upset? Someone is asking why I look like this. Do I look upset? Hi Pelumi. Hi Titi. Hi Sheon. Who else can I see? Hi Fumbi. Hi Honeypot. Just gonna wait for a few more people and then we can start. So does everyone sort of know what has happened? Thank you, Fumbi. Shame to bad people. They say I look upset. How will I not be upset? When people think that because they have money, they can... People think because they have money, they can, treat people as they like. Maybe that's why I look upset. But, do you guys know the backstory? Do you guys know what happened? Do you guys know about the whole... Do you know about the whole DBANJ situation? Well, I'll give the details anyway. So a lady accused DBANJ of raping her, I think in 2018. And, well, she said it happened in 2018, but she only just, spoke up about it about 2 or so weeks ago when the whole, when the rape movement, the Say No to Rape movement was starting online. So that was when, she brought it up. But apparently it was a friend of hers who had, talked about it at first. It wasn't her that, first talked about it. And then she then posted a letter from her lawyers to DBANJ saying that, this and this had happened. Our client is saying you did this and this to her, and she would like you to issue a public apology. Hi, Ahmed, my learned colleague. And she'd like you to issue a public apology. So, sorry, I'm trying to see if I can pin the topic so everyone who just joined can see what we're talking about. 1 second. How do you pin a topic? Never had to do that. I'm seeing more of my learned colleagues, though. My learned colleagues. DBANJ versus SEYITAN. 1 second. So so she got her lawyers to... How do you guys do this pinning thing? Okay, type a comment. Thank you, Fumbi. Thank you. Type a comment. Press and hold. Okay. Let me see. Sorry, 1 minute. As you can see, I'm not very... I'm just getting the hang of this live thing. I've been on people's lives, but I haven't done as many. DBANJ. I'm seeing a lot of my learned colleagues. I'm very happy about this because I'll definitely be calling some of you. I would be happy to, to take your thoughts. DBANJ versus SEYITAN. So I hold... Oh, send comment before pressing. Okay. So I've sent comments. So how do I press? Oh, damn. This thing, I'm not getting the hang of it though. See, I should hold. I'm holding now. It's not quite working. Press and hold. That's what I'm doing. Doesn't seem to be working. Can someone else pin on my behalf? Is that possible? Yeah, I'm pressing and holding. No, it's not working. You guys stop laughing at me. Long press. That's what I'm doing. It didn't work. Okay, let me not slow down the live. Let me not long press. That's what I did now. How long do I have to long press for? Doesn't seem to be working. Okay, guys. Let me just... Someone said stronghold. Can you guys be serious for a second? Oh, is it working? Like, can you see it? Because I can't. Scroll up my comments and hold it. You people, all this thing you are saying, I've done it. It didn't work. Send the comment before pressing. I've sent it to and I've long pressed. Okay, let's focus. Help us with the facts of the case so that we can be fully abreast of what we're dealing with. Okay, let me focus on the facts of the case. So this lady, she's an influencer, you know. Her name is SEYITAN Baba. Wait, let me check her surname. I know it's Baba something.
Somebody will tell you.
Anyway, so she accused DBANJ of raping her around 2018. She says, and I quote, that she had gone to a party. Babatayo, thank you very much. I knew somebody would tell me her name. SEYITAN Babatayo, thank you very much. So so she went to a party. She met DBANJ at the party. She went with a friend. Her friend's name is Oyinda. So apparently this friend said to her that, oh, DBANJ likes you, this and that. And, you know, he's offering money. I think at that point, he even made this. I think he assumed she was a runs girl or a girl that was willing to sleep with him for money. Allegedly. That's what she said. She said he offered her friend money, like 200K or something like that. Anyway, you know, she said she wasn't interested. Then, you know, the party ran till pretty late, and apparently she got stranded at the party. This was, you know, what she said. Oh, she met Oyinda at a party. Okay, I thought Oyinda was her friend before the party. She met Oyinda at the party, and apparently Oyinda knows DBANJ, and Oyinda said, allegedly, all these things are allegedly, obviously. So Oyinda said, oh, DBANJ would like to, you know, sleep with you or whatever. She said, I'm not doing. Okay, no problem. Then apparently she got stranded. Then I think DBANJ's manager at the time is the person who invited her. So I think that's who was her friend. That's the only person I think she knew before this. So Franklin, the manager, the previous manager, because he's not his manager anymore. So Franklin, so she told Franklin that I'm stranded though. I don't have anywhere to, I can't go home anymore, whatever. So Franklin said, okay, I have to travel. I'm not, you know, I'm not staying over. I'm not spending the night here. Meanwhile, Franklin had lodged DBANJ at Eco Hotel, because, I mean, that's where the stars stay, right? So Franklin lodged DBANJ at Eco Hotel, and Franklin gave, you know, the girl, SEYITAN, the key card to where he was supposed to stay. Excuse me. Apparently, DBANJ lodged his staff at this hotel called Glee Hotel. If you search on Instagram, you'll find their page. Glee Hotel, unless they've taken it down, because I can see everyone is trying to delete everything. But if you go on my story, you would see the picture of, from, you know, that night that Glee Hotel posted. So DBANJ apparently lodged his staff at Glee Hotel, and so SEYITAN slept in Franklin's room. Apparently around 3 a.m. DBANJ got a key card from the reception and entered the room that SEYITAN thought she was going to be sleeping in all by herself.
Allegedly.
And then DBANJ allegedly entered the room and then proceeded to have sex with her against her will. So this was her account. Everything happened end of December 2018. That's what she's told us. So that's sort of the story. So the story comes out. We don't hear anything from DBANJ. He doesn't deny. He just pretends like he didn't see it. Some of us were monitoring the news, hoping to hear something, a denial, something, but he said nothing about it. And then he had his 40th birthday party. He even had the party live on Instagram. He was carrying on with his life like this is not a problem. So he seems to be moving on with his life like nothing is going on. And then around 3-4 days ago, DBANJ, by the way, SEYITAN had posted a letter from her lawyers saying that she would like DBANJ to publicly apologize for what he had done. And that's all she was asking for. She didn't want money. She didn't want to press charges or anything. She just wanted a public apology. She just wanted him to admit it had happened and publicly apologize. So after DBANJ's birthday, like maybe almost 2 weeks after, he finally says, oh, this is a lie from the pit of hell. My enemies are trying to destroy me, this and that. I read the post. It seemed like something that somebody did in a hurry, and someone that doesn't speak very good English as well, because there's so many typos in it. And, you have to wonder, did someone on his team do this? Did he post it himself? Anyway, he went on about lie from pit of hell, he didn't even focus on actually denying the claims. Like, he was just saying, oh, this is the work of my enemies. They are trying to destroy me. And then I think where he left a bad taste in some of us's mouth is, instead of focusing on the issue at hand, he was obviously trying to buy sympathy, because he probably realized he had handled everything terribly. And then he's now like, oh, he's upset that somebody will do this so close to the anniversary of his son's death. And everyone is like, sorry, but what does that have to do with what you have been accused of? You haven't even denied it. You didn't even say, oh, yes, I was at the hotel, or I wasn't there, or I had nothing to do with it. So, he posted this letter. Apparently, of course, he went to go and get an SAN. And I'm thinking, why so dramatic? Like, nobody is suing you, nobody is prosecuting you. It not reached that level yet. So Michael Zekome was apparently, whose letterhead was on the letter. So that he posted that, and then he said, oh, this is the last. Of course he's a bully, and that was bullying tactics. This is the last you hear of this matter from me. Okay, no problem. And then 2 nights ago, someone calls me. It was actually Ayodeji Showabi, who is the founder of Stand to End Rape. She called me and she said, oh, please, thank you, Tommy. She said, oh, please, I would like for you to help us with legal assistance. I was like, oh, what's going on? She's like, oh, SEYITAN has been arrested. I was like, what do you mean arrested? Arrested on what grounds? What are the charges? Like, what is going on? And she said, oh, she hasn't been charged with anything, but they're not letting anybody see her, not her friends, not her lawyers, not any of the NGOs trying to help. I'm like, okay. So I said, okay, can you please get me the name of the, the DPO, the IPO, like whatever station, just can I have the details? And let's see if we can get a lawyer there tomorrow, because she called me late evening-ish. And then, really late in the night, maybe wee hours of the morning, or no, I think just later that evening, she reached out to me again and said, oh, she's being released. Because I was still calling back to say, oh, okay, were you able to get the, the details of the station? She said, oh, she's been released. I said, okay. But then she said, she's okay, she's safe, but we can't seem to reach her. So what had happened was SEYITAN apparently probably answered Seun's call, because I'm wondering who else was, because not a lot of people were able to talk to her. But then her friends started posting on Twitter saying that yes, she's no longer in custody, but we don't know where she is. She's not with us. She's not with us right now. So her friends were trying to find out where she was. They didn't know where she was. Apparently, the person who bailed her out was DBANJ's current manager. So it makes you wonder, DBANJ got her arrested. Why is his management bailing her out? If you're saying this person is trying to blackmail you, is trying to, defame you, defame your character, if she's trying to ruin, your reputation, why are you the one, trying to bail her out? Like, why is your management involved? So apparently she was taken somewhere, the management took her somewhere, we're not sure what transpired where she was taken, but eventually, her friends found her again, and at this point, we start seeing funny tweets coming from her phone. So first of all, one of the grounds of the bail was delete all the tweets, apparently, because we just discovered that all the tweets she had posted, everything she had said about what was going on, just disappeared from her Instagram and her Twitter. So after those tweets were deleted, there were a series of other tweets. I'm going to post screenshots of all these things later. And one of the tweets was saying, I was never arrested. My mom and I are okay. But we know she was arrested. And this isn't hearsay. This isn't like third party gist. This isn't like I heard or them say. The people that were trying to bail her out called me for legal assistance. So it's not like where I had gist somewhere. We were about to send lawyer to the police station. So because a lot of people obviously, understandably, some people are confused. And I can also see that some people think that it's not true, that she wasn't really arrested. She was arrested. Well, or kidnapped now. What should we call it? Because I also see in the news that the police are saying that they were not aware of the arrest. So it makes you wonder, was she arrested or was she kidnapped? Bear in mind that she slept in a cell with criminals. Her shoes were taken from her. Imagine being in this corona time. Imagine being without shoes in a cell with criminals. Some of these people, you don't know what they have done. You don't know what they're capable of. In this corona period, being crowded in a small cell with all kinds of people. Now, I saw Premium Times. I saw in the newspaper that the police are saying they were not aware of the arrest. So there's that. You have to wonder, so are you telling me that DBANJ is now DPO of a station now, that even the superiors of the police force don't know the people that are getting arrested? So, okay, why did the arrest happen? She wasn't charged, by the way. So this is where you have to ask yourself, arrested or kidnapped? She wasn't charged with any offense. And this supposed bail, it was the same people who got her arrested that bailed her out. Now, to add insult to injury, after the bail, we're now seeing tweets from her phone that we know for a fact she could not have posted. Her friends point blank, Dorcas Shola Fapson, point blank said, please disregard all the tweets coming from SEYITAN's phone. She said, SEYITAN is not the one tweeting. She's not the person in charge of her account right now. Please ignore anything you see on her phone. Even if she didn't say that, you have to ask yourself, why is it that somebody that accused somebody of rape is literally, how many hours after or how many days after posting saying that, oh, I'm okay, nothing really happened, oh, we are all okay, we are fine, and then you now post to promote your rapist's music? Come on. Like, in all my years of practicing law, I have never seen anything like this in my entire existence. I've heard of rape cases settled out of court. I've even heard of people, you know, intimidating the witness, you know, but I've never seen this kind of thing before. I've never seen the rapist having the effrontery to take over the alleged rapist, or the accused person, should we call it, because he has not been, you know, convicted, right? I've never seen the accused person taking over the accuser's social media handles. Can you imagine that madness? Meanwhile, this guy has not promoted this music by himself, oh. So she's getting exclusive content now. It makes you wonder, is SEYITAN now his publicist? Is she now a member of his team? Like, what is really going on here? What are we really dealing with here? She's the only person in the whole world. In the whole world, she's the only person. She got exclusive interview to post that song, Abby. And I think what pisses me off is they actually think we're stupid. Like, they think we're idiots. They think that we're not going to work out what is going on. It's so obvious that she's being intimidated. Like, what are you saying? Like it doesn't even make any sense whatsoever. And you have to ask yourself, how did we get to this place? Did we build a monster? Is it wrong to support an artist? Did we build a monster? Because this guy must think he's all in all. He must think that, look, I can get away with it. I can actually get away with it. And let me tell you something, eh? I like to give people the benefit. I mean, in the work that we do, you cannot assume someone is guilty. In fact, my parents are always accusing me of taking the woman's side. So I've been trying to do better. And because let's be honest, when you do this work, sometimes you can almost, 9 out of 10 times, you can tell that, look, all this thing this woman is saying, this guy he did it. But I'm learning to be more objective and not assume that the man is always the person that is wrong. So this time I didn't automatically believe he had done it. I was like, okay, let's see if she will have proof, evidence, if this will go to court. Let's see if he will put out a statement. You know, I was really expecting someone to be civil, to act like a human being, like to act like somebody that is educated, someone that is not a savage, somebody that does not think that they are the one controlling the rest of us. Someone that doesn't think that we are pawns and we are puppets, that you can just control anyhow. I really thought that he would let the law take its due course. And then I see that you got her arrested. You not only got her arrested. Like, what was he hoping to achieve? He figured that, you know, she'll be intimidated and then she'll walk away and say, nothing, DBANJ did not rape me again. But of course, the getting her arrested was not enough for you. You had to take over her social media handles. No, we're looking at it the wrong way. Look, Latif, let me tell you something. DBANJ has a right. If you go on my page, you'll see my post. DBANJ was well within his rights to sue for defamation, which he seemed like he was about to do. But let me tell you where that right ended. Let me tell you where the right stopped. The right stopped where he used the police as private security to arrest her. That's where that right stopped. Are the police his bodyguards? Excuse me, action for defamation does not include intimidation of the witness. It does not. You cannot be telling me, are you serious, Latif? You're talking about making unsubstantiable accusations. Like, are you serious right now? I think you're the one looking at this the wrong way. Are we missing the obvious point? The obvious point. He did not merely write a petition to the police. It was not the police that did whatever they did. Please, don't act naive here. Please, I'm begging you. Like, we have to stop behaving naive. And this is what, did you hear what I said? IG said, DPO, police, or Olopa, they said they didn't know anything about the arrest. They are not the ones that authorized the arrest. So how did she get arrested? That's what I want to know. Latif, stop being naive. Be serious. Like, are you serious? Like, let's be real. I'm telling you that the police said they are not involved. They did not authorize the arrest. He obviously. I said they didn't charge her with anything. Oh, you didn't hear him. You missed that part. Oh, they did not charge her with anything. They didn't charge her. She wasn't charged. See, if the police arrested her and charged her with, I don't know, maybe conspiracy to blackmail or something, then you will tell me that, okay. You're asking me how she got to the cell. Me too, I want to know how she got to cell now. I want to know. Meanwhile, the IG is now probing so that we will all be satisfied. IG wants to know what is really going on in this matter. See, you guys, let me tell you something. I think that we need to do better, like, in the sense that sometimes something looks as if, oh, it's not, we're making stuff up. This isn't one of those cases. There's obviously foul play here. Come on, Latif. Be serious. Do you know that you can pay officers to arrest people? I don't know if we're part of this same Nigeria. It's like you didn't know the Nigeria. You don't know that people, in fact, some people don't pay. They just use their oddly to go and carry somebody. Ordinary oddly, they will just go and carry somebody. On top, maybe ordinary contractual disputes. So we all know that you can buy them for ordinary 10K. You will arrest somebody. But let's leave that issue. My point is, what I want to know is, why is it that we made a monster? Is it that we are the ones that encourage these people? Because why does DBANJ think that this thing will be swept under the carpet? Because if he didn't think he could get away with it, why would that nonsense? Why will he be posting that rubbish? Why would they be using her account to say they are promoting song that, okay, where is the song, Seth? I've not even seen the song. To piss, as in to really now blow your mind. Me, I thought when they said they are promoting song, I said, oh, okay, is this song about rape? Is the song about sexual assault? Because that would make sense. I would see why this played out this way. No, that's not what this song is about. Stress. Please, what does stress have to do with what is going on here? Please help me. This same police, they didn't investigate DBANJ. They didn't even, if they did small investigation, me, I'm not a police officer, but already I have picture to show that DBANJ was really at that Glee hotel that night. If they try to do just small work, small, they will place him at the hotel, and then what we really should be asking now is, dear Mr. DBANJ, did you or did you not enter that room? When you entered the room, sir, did you or did you not force that lady to have intercourse with you? That is what we should be looking at here. Not that, how did she get arrested? Like, the pictures are there. Like, I will post it again, you know, if you want to see it. But Glee Hotel was so excited that DBANJ was at their hotel. I'm pretty sure if you press the Glee Hotel staff, somebody will tell you that, yes, DBANJ did. I mean, it's so, like, it's obvious he's trying to hide something. What I want to know is what he's so desperately trying to cover up. They said the picture was taken during the day. Either way, he was at Glee Hotel that day, Abby, and we are getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. So let him come and tell us, okay, I went to Glee Hotel in the afternoon. Nothing happened. I didn't rape her. Or it was consensual. Like, come on. You cannot keep quiet and now be using her handle using her handle to promote your music. And see, let me tell you guys something. Unfortunately, because maybe we don't have physical evidence, there's no DNA to place him on the scene, it might be difficult to pin him for the actual rape. But let me tell you all the crimes that DBANJ has committed in this time. So there is perversion of the course of justice, because you and I know that the only reason that he went to get SAN to say he's suing her for defamation, you and I know it is to intimidate her so that she will stop what she's doing. You and I know that he had no right to get her arrested. No right. That is a human right violation. They say I should drink water. That is a human right violation. Please excuse me. Why is he tweeting, or why is his management, why do they have access? Let's not forget the kidnapping though. By the way, Criminal Law of Lagos State, Section 97, it is a crime, a felony that carries prison sentence to pervert the cause of justice. To pervert the cause of justice. Please, in case you are not sure of what meaning of perversion of cause of justice is, just in case you need elaboration. To pervert the cause of justice is to, you know that something has happened, you are trying to divert attention from it, you're trying to avoid justice from happening. And it has to make us wonder, why, DBANJ, you are a law-abiding citizen, why couldn't you wait for justice to happen? Why? What are you so desperately trying to cover up? What are you so desperately trying to hide that you couldn't wait for the law to take its course? Like, what were you so in a hurry to cover up? And the people that believed you before, the people that said, oh, DBANJ can never do that, we're all here now thinking, oh, wow, he probably did it then. I mean, why else? Because he looks guilty. Like, it is so obvious that he looks guilty. Let's even pretend that his lawyer will say, oh, the picture of him and the picture of him at the hotel is circumstantial evidence. There is no picture of him. I bet you, even if there's picture of him standing outside the room of that door, or even if he took picture with her inside the hotel room, they will still tell you that it's not proof that he raped her. No problem. What I want to know is why is kidnapping her. Why are you adding kidnap to the issues? Why are you trying to intimidate her? Like, what? I mean, because at the end of the day, if you didn't do this thing, it's not that hard to clear your name. It is not that difficult, because the truth will set you free, right? Something that is like someone comes to say now that that maybe I murdered somebody. What's my own? I know I did not kill anybody. You don't have evidence of me killing anybody because I didn't do it, so you can never have evidence, Abi. I will not bother myself. I will not waste 25 million to get SAN. Never. Because I don't have anything to hide. The police will do their job and they'll see that your claim is, is empty. But you not only got SAN, you now got her arrested to achieve. And I'm telling you guys that if not for the Twitter shouting and everything, she probably would have remained in custody, God knows for how long. Over what? Are you the first person that they will accuse? If you didn't do it, you will say I didn't do it. It's very simple. Very, very simple. Very, like, it's so easy. The girl did not even say we're prosecution. She just said that I want you to apologize. And you would have simply told your lawyers to respond. I cannot apologize. I had nothing to do with it. But, well, and this is the thing about, and this is why I say we need to pay attention, and we need to not behave naive and not act like we cannot see that there's something going on here. We cannot behave like we cannot see that there's something happening here. And how did we become the society that punishes the victim? Oh, of course he can be sued, and he's going to be sued, but let's make sure she's safe, right? Let's make sure she's safe first. But you know, the newspapers are saying that the IG is looking into the matter. So let's make sure that she's safe first, and then we'll go from there. Because somebody that can be picked up anytime, you really have to be careful, and you really have to make sure that she's safe first. I think that is our priority right now, her safety more than anything. But we need to do better as a community, as a society. We need to stop. Because what if DBANJ gets away with this, nobody will be able to accuse anybody again. Nobody would be able to say, please, this person raped me, I need assistance. Somebody is asking me what police station she was taken to. Apparently, she was taken to Shodikwa police station. I've never heard of Shodikwa police station. Does anybody know where Shodikwa police station is? I've never heard of it. In fact, when I said Shodikwa to someone, they said, do you mean Ladikpo? I said, no, they said Shodikwa, and I've never heard of it. Shodikwa police station. Who knows? Maybe there's not even anything like that. Whoop! Because this thing is looking like there's no record of the arrest, too. Shodikwa police station, Ikeja. Let's see if there's anything like that. You guys, I'm telling you people that there's a lot of fish happening here. Please, does anybody know anybody that works in the police force? Is there anywhere called Shodikwa police station? I cannot see any traces of Shodikwa here. Yes, now, Faye, you know there is no record of the arrest. Yourself, you know. You don't get them. Somebody is showing that someone said Shodikwa police station is in Maitama. Wala de. Kasala don't bust. Well, something here is showing Shodikwa. I'm seeing Shodikwa in GRA. Is there anything like that? There's no Shodikwa. I'm trying to. Well, in any case, look, we need to do better. My point, and I'm not even dwelling on the rape anymore, in the sense that what I want us to do is DBANJ and every other person, if you like the president, people need to know that I was gonna say, is it Harold Shodikwa? Ahmed, I was thinking maybe it's Harold Shodikwa. I know the police station at Harold Shodikwa. Maybe that's where it is. Anyway, I want us to get to the point where no matter what it is, no matter who you are, people, men, no matter who that man is, people need to know that, not even only men, people need to know that this impunity will stop. People need to know that there are consequences for things like this. Yeah, so we may not be able to get you for the rape, but know that you are cancelled forever and ever. Know that there are consequences for treating people like garbage. Know that if you behave in this manner, there are consequences. Because you cannot think that just because you have money or because you have a reputation, because somebody accused you of something, you're going to abuse normal legal process, and then you're going to try and intimidate this person. For what? We were the same people. You know what's so weird about this? This same DBANJ was saying justice for Ua and justice for Sandra. And then a few days later, somebody accuses you, no, he's going to get the R. Kelly treatment, that's for sure. He's going to get the R. Kelly treatment, because if a whole R. Kelly can be cancelled, then who are you, DBANJ, that you cannot be cancelled? My point is, people need to know that they're not invincible. Fine. Maybe you did not rape her. Maybe. But what you cannot do is intimidate somebody just because they accused you. It is not acceptable behavior. It is not. It's just unacceptable. You cannot put someone in fear of their life, fear of their safety, just because they accused you. It is unacceptable. The person has rights. The same way we say, even you as an accused person, you have rights, is the same way that person that accused you, the person has rights too. They have human rights. And no matter who you are or how much money you have, you cannot get away with that kind of behavior. You just can't. And until we start showing people that they cannot, we're going to continue running around in circles, and we'll all be very dizzy. Very, very dizzy. And then this thing, it's not just in the entertainment industry. It's not just artists and movie producers that are doing this thing. It's everywhere. It's in churches, it's in mosques. We all need to let these people know that this is going to stop. What can DBANJ do to be at the right side of law? That ship has sailed, though. This particular moment, I think he's way past that. What he should have done, so that if there's anybody listening that, would like to be advised on this sort of situation, the right thing to do would have been, say that I was not involved. Try and clear your name. And also, if you are insisting that she's lying or she's trying to blackmail you, then pursue a civil suit. But don't use the police as your personal bodyguards and be intimidating people. It's unacceptable behavior. It's not okay. Of course, we are blaming the police system as well, but the police, they are human beings like us. See, it's easy to point fingers at the police, but if DBANJ did not think the police could be bought, we will not be sitting here. So, us too, we need to do better as people. We really need to do better. We need to do better. Latif, be careful, they will finish you here. We really need to do better. It's easy to blame the police, blame the laws. It's easy to blame the police, blame the laws, blame so many things. But as human beings, we need to do better. We really, really need to do better. And I don't like that it's easy for us to believe the accused person. We find it easier. Hi, Duchess. We find it easier to believe the accused person than we find it to blame the person that is saying I was violated. Why don't we assume the person that is saying I was violated is telling the truth? Why are we assuming that she's lying and she has something to benefit from this? Honestly, why? Because until the intimidation, I actually thought DBANJ might not have done it. I was like, I believe the victim, but let's also give DBANJ the benefit of the doubt. Let's see. Because I was like, she has nothing to gain. Why would she pick? Because I always say, you think about this. Why is it you they will pick? Of all the men in the whole world, why would they single you in particular out to accuse of something like this? That's what I always ask people. You are saying it's a lie. They are out to get you. They want to destroy your image. They want to destroy your family. Why is it you that was singled out for that punishment? That's what you need to ask yourself. I mean, of course, the police needs reform. Lagos State is trying to make some changes. There's now a gender department that focuses on stuff like this. Just like I don't know the Nigerian stats, but in the US, only 2 to 10% of rape accusations are false. Yeah, because how many people will want to accuse you falsely of raping them? It's a very cumbersome process. It's mentally draining, unless the person is a psychopath. It's unusual. We're not saying it doesn't happen, but it's unusual for someone to, go through that length to really ruin your life. And if you didn't do it, then, the truth will vindicate you. And of course, there's a 90% chance. I couldn't agree with Faye more. Let me tell you the rape statistics. Is mind-boggling. Do you know that as we're all in this life now, or even maybe after the life, if you don't believe me, call 10 of your friends, 10 women that you know. I guarantee you that 8.5, if not 9 of them will tell you that they have been sexually assaulted, raped, or abused before, whether when they were a child or even as an adult. It's all over the place. And it is this kind of behavior. It's this kind of behavior that make these men feel like they can get away with it. It is everywhere. Men think that women are less than them. They think women are second-class citizens. They think women don't deserve respect. They think women should not be treated. They basically don't think women are their equal, because if you thought she was your equal, you wouldn't grope her without her permission, because you won't do that to a fellow man. I mean, how many guys here will just grope their fellow man's bum without permission? Was reading about the girl that reported the OAU lecturer for molesting her. They said they can't hire her. Oh wow, that is ridiculous. She can definitely sue them for that, because they're not refusing to hire her. That is discrimination at its peak. That is discrimination at its peak. At the highest level. And I mean, this consent issue, if we start having that consent conversation, we will not leave this place. The consent conversation is a very long conversation, and it's a tough one, because a lot of people need to unlearn the things that they've been doing. Some people think it is okay to, force their girlfriend to have sex, because they think, we're dating now. Surely she knows that we have to have sex now. She's what does she expect? What is she thinking? Of course we are dating. But the reality is that, look, rape is rape. Whether you're lovers, whether you are dating, sexual violence is sexual violence. And if you force a woman to have sex, and then there's this wrong belief that if she doesn't shout, it's not rape. So some people think if she doesn't shout, it's not rape. Some people think that if she doesn't fight or doesn't try to hurt you, it's not rape. But it's still rape. Once you don't have someone's consent to go on, it's rape. If you drug someone, if someone is drunk, if you impersonate someone's spouse. There was a case. A woman was asleep in bed, and her husband's younger brother, who has the same frame and physique, snuck into her bedroom and had sex with her. And she legitimately thought she was having sex with her husband, because she was in her sleep and it was in the dark. She wasn't really. And And the court ruled that that was rape because consent that you get fraudulently, consent that you get by forcing someone, by threatening someone, by pressuring someone, by putting someone in fear of danger. Any kind of consent you get in that manner is null and void. Also, if you have sex with your subordinate and you put them in fear of losing their job, you know, that's a problem. That one is a bigger problem because it's a whole civil suit. If it's rape, there's the criminal part, but there's also the civil suit because you basically have, like, there are labor laws against that, and you bleed, your company is going to bleed dry. And I think men just need to know that, look, women are not taking this anymore, and we need to do better as a community. The churches as well, the mosques. I think I saw the thing about that producer, the movie producer who goes to Global, is it Global Harvest? Let me not go and say the wrong church. Oh. I'm not too sure. Is it? No, it's not Global Harvest. It's a different church. It's Global something as well. And the pastor said, oh, this man, he has been put on suspension. He's going to step down for the time being. And I commented, I said, well, that's not enough. It's not enough for him to step down because in this case, the girl has evidence. It's not enough. He should be handed over to the authorities. The church should help them help the victims hand the man over to the authorities. Because if he's not handed over to the authorities, his other victims will not feel safe. And he'll do it to somebody else. And you need to send a wider message to the body of Christ that we do not condone this sort of behavior. Even if they went there and somehow terms were broken along the way. She says, no, there's no justification on why it's okay to force yourself on someone. Yeah. You know, I find that the churches, they'll say, oh, let's pray for all the families involved. Look, this is not a matter of prayer. The tithe that those church members are paying, one of the things that tithe is for the well-being of the members. That money is for well-being of the members. So take some of that money, pay for therapists for those victims. Pay for those victims to have psychological therapy because they are going to need it. Make sure those victims get the support that they need, and make sure that the church is make sure you rid the church of that rapist. Make sure you hand him over to the authorities. People will not do it again. They won't. I mean, we really have to, we have to do better as a community. We must. It's compulsory. We just have to. We can't continue to condone this sort of behavior. We can't. It's despicable, and if we don't continue to say enough is enough, we will continue having these sort of problems. And then it's so easy for us to believe that the victim is lying. Someone said when she showed someone the picture, they said, what if the picture wasn't taken that day? Picture that has, thank God for Instagram, there's date there. Picture that has date. And the hotel people say, oh, we are so excited. DBANJ came to our hotel on this day, this and that. But I don't know, it makes you wonder, why are we pretending that there are no predators among us? And you guys, you cannot tell me that we don't know that this is privilege. Because when that LASU student, when he kissed his younger sister, it took us 2 days to help them find that boy's address, and the police arrested him. But now that is DBANJ, we are saying, no, that picture, maybe it wasn't that day. Maybe the picture was taken another day. Maybe the girl is lying. And maybe it's not true. Maybe she wants money from him. How about maybe we let the police investigate? How about for a split second, we give her the benefit of the doubt? We found something on his Twitter handle on that day. He made the post around 1:35 p.m. You guys, we really need to do better. The hotel, for me, what did the hotel statement say, please? So sorry to have missed the show. We couldn't get a connection flight. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Oh, that's what he posted. I mean, it's just, it makes you wonder why we protect these people and why we leave the victims out in the cold. I don't know. It's really frustrating, but we have to learn to do better. And in this DBANJ matter, you know, he needs to know that, look, this sort of behavior is not acceptable and we will not condone it. We just won't. Like, we will not take it anymore. We won't. We won't. But, someone said years back, SEYITAN was a Ron's girl and apparently they had been arranged for the artist. My own, look, you guys, Ron's girl or no Ron, like, you're not paying attention here. Look, even a sex worker has a right to say she's not having sex with you. It's like you forcing someone to sell their product to you. They have a right to say they're not. Look, human beings have rights. That's the truth. Okay, so you think saying she's a Ron's girl will make it okay that he raped her? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. But I really hope that we can learn to do better. I hope so. But well, thank you guys so much for. Someone said, hold on. So when is he going to be arrested? Well, I really hope he'll be arrested. But the IG is apparently investigating. I don't have that much faith in the police, and that's why I'm saying we, all of us, we have to not let it go. We have to not let it go. Obviously he's using his privilege. We have to not let it go, and we have to insist and continue to insist that justice is done. Has any of the brands that DBANJ is working with, have any of them said anything? Have you guys seen anything from any of the brands? They said none of their staff will give out keys to someone who is not their guest. Oh, please. What do they mean? What? Oh, God. How about? I mean, look, I knew they would probably try and cover their tracks just to not, and I'm sure he has probably gotten to them, paid them or whatever. So I wasn't really expecting them, to be honest. So that's that. But I really hope that we can do better as a bunch, as a community, as a country, as a people. I hope we can do better. Well, you guys, time to go. It's been a lovely time. I think I have 30 seconds left. It's been such a great conversation, and hopefully we can have conversations about other things and have less of these sort of incidents. I would definitely share on IGTV. Thank you, guys.